Good evening, everyone. It is 6:02 p.m. and I would like to call this meeting to order. Can I see who's present? Vice President Ramirez? Clerk Cabrera?
Present.
Board Member Magaña?
Present.
Board Member Uribe?
Present.
And I'm present as well. Dr. Garland, can you lead us in the flag salute?
Yes, good evening, Madam President. Everyone, please stand. Place your right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Garland. I would like to call on legal counsel.
Thank you. Good evening, President Gutierrez. This announcement is in regards to public comment for this evening. For members of the public who may wish to provide public comment in real time during tonight's meeting, we direct you to the instructions under item number 9 on tonight's agenda. Please ensure to provide public comment at the designated time for public comment by dialing 323-887-7900, extension 2494, or by clicking the raise hand button on the Zoom application, or dial *9 to raise your hand from a phone. If members of the public dial in telephonically and the line is busy or goes straight to voicemail, please hang up and try again. Public speakers may choose but need to identify themselves to the Board of Education. However, if any follow-up may be required, providing contact information is encouraged. Accordingly, members of the public should be prepared to identify themselves, provide contact information, and identify the agenda matter they wish to address. Further, the board may limit the overall time of public comment to no more than 30 minutes or limit the time per speaker to 1 minute for purposes of efficiency to ensure the district can carry on with its business as agendized. This is at the board president's and board's discretion. Again, for further directions and information, please refer to item number 9 on tonight's agenda.
Thank you, legal counsel. Dr. Garland, are there any modifications to tonight's agenda?
Yes, Madam President. Items 7F and 9A11 have been revised. Copies have been provided to you and copies have been uploaded to the website for the public. Item 9B2 has been revised from approval to ratification with an effective date of 6/1/2022. A copy has been provided to you and a copy has been uploaded to the website for the public. Items number 10A and number 10B have been pulled from the agenda.
Thank you, Dr. Garland. Is there a motion to approve the agenda with the modifications as indicated by Dr. Garland?
Motion.
Is there a second?
I have a quick question. Dr. Garland, can you possibly repeat the last few that you mentioned? There was so many of them.
There's so many, yes.
Yeah.
The one that starts with 9B2, that one.
Yes, can you just repeat? Yes.
I can do them all if you want to.
Yes, can you please? There was quite a few.
Absolutely. So items 7F and 9A11 have been revised. Item 9B2 has been revised from approval to ratification with an effective date of 6/1/2022. So that's 9B2 revised from approval to ratification with an effective date of 6/1/2022. And then items 10A and 10B have been pulled. Any other questions?
No questions. We do have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and do roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez? Clerk Cabrera?
Aye.
Board Member Magana.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. At this time, I would like to call on Dr. Garland for our student board member reports.
Good evening again, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Scarvana, fellow cabinet members, and our community. It's my pleasure to call on our student board members one last time for their board reports. We're going to start with ATC. Is Sandy here? I don't see her name on here. Okay, hopefully she'll be able to join us. Bell Gardens High School. Emily. I don't see Emily. Montebello High School. I don't see Lily. Sure High School. I do see Samantha. Samantha, you're up.
Hello. Good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Scavarna, and Executive Cabinet. My name is Samantha Hernandez, and I'm the student body president from Sure High School. Today, I will be discussing matters from the month of May and the upcoming month of June. AP testing took place from May 2nd through the 13th. The small gym was closed off for 2 weeks just for testing. The next step took place on May 11th. This is an event where our seniors at Sure are able to write with chalk in the quad what college or next step they'll be taking. There were banners up for community colleges, Cal States, UCs, the military, trade school, and even the workforce for students to write their names on their future endeavors. The AVID Award ceremony took place on May 26th. Seniors that participated in AVID program were given their stoles for graduation, and various scholarships were given to our AVID seniors. At the end of the year, there's a yearly Renaissance rally that takes place, and it was held on May 27th. The theme this year was High School Musical 3, and students with a 2.5 or above were allowed to attend the rally. The dance team performed and the drill team, and students were recognized for their perfect attendance and 4.0 students. Seniors picked up their caps and gowns on Wednesday, May 25th. Voting for prom court took place on May 23rd through the 27th. Voting for king and queen took place at prom itself on the 28th, where Galilea Garcia won prom queen and Jaden Gaona won prom king. Powder Puff took place on May 20th, where it was basically the biggest fundraising event for the football program this year. The stands were packed with people who watched the game. It was just the juniors versus the senior girls play a football game, basically. We had a spring sports rally. We felt that like our spring sports are kind of underappreciated at Sure. So we wanted to hold a rally just for the spring sports. And there were games and it was a really fun night. There was also a Spirit Week that took place that week. On Monday, it was Pajama Day. Tuesday was Soccer Moms versus Barbecue Dads. Wednesday was Adam Sandler. Thursday was Tutus and Ties. And then Friday was Fanatic Friday. Grad night took place on June 3rd, where seniors went to Six Flags to get on the rides, eat funnel cakes, and make some great memories. Graduation took place June 1st, and the class of 2022 celebrated, and we were able to pick up our diplomas yesterday, actually. That's all that I have for this time. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Aranza from Vail High School.
Hi, sorry, I'm in the car. I was doing errands. But can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good evening, Madam President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Scavana, and Executive Cabinet. My name is Aranza Delgado, and I am Vail High School's president. May was a wonderful month. Vail High School got to celebrate an amazing grad night, which made it a great day and night to remember for us Vail seniors. Grad night took place at Universal Studios, which was a very fun, but all of us were very tired from all the walking and ended up going home at 3 in the morning, but it was very worth it. We have 130 Val Vikings graduating on June 10th at 5 p.m. We're ready and prepared for our graduation to celebrate with our families and friends and our supportive teachers and staff at Val. The students who are graduating have been told since last week that they will be walking. Thanks to our amazing principal, Mr. Perez, for so many opportunities he has given every student at Val. We also threw a senior barbecue on June 6th, and every senior who is graduating had a blast with tacos and the DJ. Since this is our last board meeting, I would like to give a big thank you to each and every one of you, and thank you for this opportunity and letting me represent my school, Val High School, and keeping everything up to date and sharing the amazing things we do here at Val. It was an amazing experience, and to be given the opportunity, to be given the, and letting me represent my school. I'm so sorry. It was to be given this opportunity to be president is the best thing that has been given to me at Val. I am more prepared than ever thanks to the amazing school, and couldn't be happier to graduate here with so many memories. That concludes my presentation. Is there any questions?
Madam President, if I may say a comment.
Yes, of course, go ahead.
Hi, Aranza. This is Board Member Magana. I met you once or a couple times for the Women Empowerment Luncheon. I just wanted to tell you that it was really great meeting you. I think you're a wonderful young lady.
Thank you.
I think you've done amazing things, and I hear nothing but very positive remarks about you and who you are and how you are as a leader. So I wish you nothing but the best and a lot of success in your future. So thank you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Dr. Garland, I do see Sandy on the Zoom. I'm not sure. Did she go already?
No, she logged on a little bit later. So Sandy, are you ready? Sandy's from ATC.
And then Aranza, don't leave just yet. Okay, Aranza? Thank you.
Yes, I apologize for the late attendance. So good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Scaverna, and the Executive Cabinet. This will be the last time I'll be saying this, but my name is Sandy Membreno, and I'm the student body president for the ASB of the Applied Technology Center. This last month has been quite busy. Earlier this month, on the 5th of May, the freshman class had their pathway decision day, the day they are welcomed into their choice of pathway by giving them their first pathway game. On the 7th of May, the TLC Club hosted a car show and sold breakfast and lunch to attendees. The Chef Pathway celebrated another year together with a catered banquet on the 2nd of June, inviting all of our pathway facilitators and students. The Chef Juniors also had their last day of their project called the Joint Pizzeria on the 24th of May. The Chef Seniors had their Bistro 22 parent banquet on the 12th of May after school, and their last opening of Bistro 22 to faculty on the 19th of May. They also brought their minimalized Bistro 22 to the senior exhibition at MHS on the 24th of May, where one of our seniors won bronze for the senior portfolio project. One of the ACE seniors of the ACE pathway, Anthony Quevedo, also won bronze for the same project, along with the health senior, Isabella Sahakian, who won gold for the senior portfolio project. Our school's art teacher, Ms. Montanez, also did a great job organizing an art show after school on the 20th of May, showcasing everyone's great artwork. On the 26th of May, the seniors had a senior decision day celebration, which had some fun organized by the TLC and ASB underclassmen. There was one last blood drive open to the community on the 27th of May, and the class of 2022 also had a busy week last week as they had their senior awards night on the 1st of June and celebrated their grad night on the 3rd of June. The last week of school has various events prepared, including the collaboration of graduating seniors, underclassmen, and incoming ninth graders. And finally, tomorrow will be the graduation of the class of 2022. Thank you, and that is my last report as ASB president of the Applied Technology Center.
Thank you so much to our student board members. Do I have any colleagues that would like to say any other words?
President Gutierrez, may I read a board report did come in?
I see Lily is here. She just logged in from Montebello
Lily.
High School.
Yes, ma'am. And I also have a board report for Bell Gardens High School. So we'll have Lily go first, if that works for you,
Of
President.
course, yes, that works. Hi, Lily. Can
Hi,
you hear
Lily.
us?
Hi, sorry, I was just having a little bit of technical difficulties.
No worries. Whenever you're ready, you can start your board report. Take your time.
Sounds good. Okay. Good evening, Board President Gutierrez, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Skvarna, Executive Cabinet, and members of the audience. My name is Lily Ejian, and I'm the Associate Student Body President at Montebello High School. And the month of May, needless to say, was very hectic at MHS. We started off with the countdown. So we had this idea, well, almost every single year we do a countdown to graduation. And this year was countdown to the days we walk the stage. So every single day, one of our seniors picked a album or just a song and did the lyrics with the album cover, and we just counted down up until the days that we graduated, which was really cool because we posted it up in front of our senior park, and kids just got to take pictures and just saw what an amazing way ASB just showed their creativity. We also had Powder Puff. This year we decided to modify Powder Puff so the guys weren't able to wear tutus, and we were just very gender exclusive. So we included everyone, and Powder Puff was really cool. The juniors won. We had Spirit Spectacular. We acknowledged our Almont League title winners and our retirees, and we also acknowledged everyone who got scholarships and all of our athletes of the months. And we also had graduation, which was this past Friday, which was really cool. And then tomorrow we will have a senior barbecue, which should be very fun. Also have diploma distribution, and that is practically it. Are there any questions for me?
I see no questions, but hang on, okay? Don't leave just yet.
Thank you so much.
Madam President, would you like me to read Emily's from Bell Gardens?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, as our school year comes to an end, an array of emotions are present on our campus. Our Lancer community has been enjoying end of the year activities and creating endless memories. We are proud of the class of 2022 and hopeful for the remaining classes to embark on leadership roles to keep Bell Gardens High School prospering. We had our Enchanted Forest prom on May 14th at Disneyland's Grand Hotel. It was classy and incredible experience for the students and staff in attendance. Our teens were absolutely elegant. Our guests were delighted by the magical setting, a Disney collector's pin, and a 3-course meal, prom royalty coronation, and nonstop dancing by amazing DJ Sweet Baby J. For the seniors, this will be an enchanted night we will never forget. Thank you to the junior class prom committee and ASB for all your dedication to this event. We hosted an arts festival in collaboration with Mr. Ramirez from VAPA and the district office on May 19th. We have performances from dance, La Merced Intermediate's mariachi, choir, color guard, and marching band. An impressive collection of student work served as the art gallery. We have talented students here in MUSD. This night also served as our open house, where clubs, sports, organizations, pathways had one last fundraising opportunity for the year. Departments and pathways showcased their student work and welcomed our visitors on campus. The following day, May 20th, 2022, we had Pride Spectacular, a large-scale assembly to recognize the senior class and encourage underclassmen to become active Lancers on campus. All seniors were encouraged to attend as medallions, certificates, recognition stoles, and sashes were distributed. June 2nd began with graduation practice on the field, followed by prepping at home for our much anticipated graduation ceremony. We are blessed to have in attendance our grads, family, friends, board members, certificated and classified staff, administrators from feeder schools, and nearby city officials. Our presenters left us with inspirational thoughts, well wishes, a walk down memory lane, and words of wisdom from our keynote speaker, Brenda Villa, the most decorated U.S. Olympic water polo player. This week, we held a senior day on June 6th. Seniors had a chance to get their yearbook signed, watch a movie, enjoy one last lunch as a class. Every minute spent together was cherished. We have seniors submitting Chromebooks, books, clearing fines, and receiving diplomas. Our underclassmen are tackling finals and participating in one last Spirit Week. Yesterday was wear pajamas. Today is iced coffee or baba day. And tomorrow is wear bright colors to show your high energy on the last day of finals. To conclude my report, I would like to thank President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Scarvana, and Executive Cabinet for this amazing opportunity to serve my associated student body. As I prepare for the future as a UC Irvine Anteater, I am both nervous and confident about my future. To the staff, teachers, and students of Bell Gardens High School, I want to personally thank you for becoming my family these past 4 years. Lastly, to BGHS ASB, I want to leave you with one last thought as you carry our school into excellence. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's okay not to be perfect, but it's not okay just being ordinary. Love you and thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garland. Do I have any colleagues that would like to say any comments to our student board members?
Board President, if I may, just
Yes, of course.
very quickly, I think there's so much, going through my head, but I just want to thank Sandy, Emily, Lily, Samantha, Aranza. You have done a great job being the voice for your schools, making sure that you're bringing up to us things that are important to you and everyone at your school. So I really want to thank you for that and just remind you to keep doing that, keep advocating, keep also sharing your story. I know that I heard some of your stories at graduation, and especially how interesting it was these past 4 years, in particular the last 2. But just keep doing that. And I know that you all will be able to come back and just share the amazing ways in which you've been changing the community or wherever it is that you go. So muchas gracias, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, Clerk Cabrera. Anyone else? Go ahead, Board Member Uribe.
Well, to all of our to our students who are present today, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that you guys took a lot of time to sacrifice from your schedules to come and present here for us. And it could be intimidating for many of you. So I just appreciate the fact that you guys were extremely bold. You guys were courageous. You guys kept us informed. You had this energy that truly just livened up our meetings. And, I really appreciate the fact that you took on these leadership roles. You've inspired me in so many ways that you will never know. So I just thank you. Thank you for having the courage. Thank you for having the heart. Thank you for having the passion to serve your students, your communities, and just for being those leaders that we truly need you to be. And I'm super excited to see what you're going to accomplish as you go off into higher education. It's just a blessing to have you make Montebello Unified shine brighter. So thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, Board Member Uribe. Anyone else?
Madam President,
Yes.
if I may.
Go ahead.
I also want to take the time to thank you all for being the voice of your schools, for being great leaders. I think it's amazing that you've all had the courage and you've dedicated the time and energy to put together your report and to go over what you're going to say. And sometimes I know some of you would practice your speeches. So thank you for doing that. And I hope that, whatever you do in life, that you come back to your community. As Board Clerk Cabrera said, share your story because it is important. You never know who's listening and whose life you may touch. And I hope to see you all maybe in our seats one day, in 10 years from now, or however years from now. So I hope to one day see you as leaders and keep making good changes, positive changes. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Magaña. Vice President Ramirez, go ahead.
Thank you so much. My favorite part of this job is working with students and hearing from students, seeing students in the classroom, learning, building, being creative. And I just want to express my gratitude to all of you for the work you put in for your schools. I know how much of the time you have to take out of your schedule to do these things, and you have a great impact and influence on your peers at your schools. And I'm just so happy that you had the opportunity to be with us. And I'm grateful that you had the opportunity to be here to continue to inform us on what's going on. And I look forward to seeing where you're at in the future.
Thank you, Vice President Ramirez. And I just want to I want to echo what my colleagues mentioned. I remember being in your shoes, coming to every board meeting and addressing the board. And I know that can be a little bit of intimidating, reading in front of board members and audiences. But thank you so much for your courage, for being comfortable with uncomfortable, as someone mentioned. Thank you so much for, coming in after practice, even when you're running errands. You took that time to be here to address the board, to share what you're doing with your student body, with activities, events. And as Vice President Ramirez mentioned, that is one of my favorite parts of having this seat, is working with you, working with the students, hearing concerns, hearing their ideas, hearing what's happening in the schools. So I just want to say congratulations with all your achievements. I know I've got to see some of you in your high school graduations, and I'll see Sandy and Aranza pretty soon, tomorrow and Friday. But if I can give you any piece of advice from here on out, continue reaching for your goals. Don't ever let anyone stop you from reaching your goals. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you're not old enough, that you're not qualified enough to reach for any career they want to do, any goal that you want to do. If they ever tell you that, use that as a fire in you to prove them wrong, and to have that courage to be like, you know what, I can do this. I can do it, and I have that will in me. So please, please reach for the sky, reach for the stars, because there's so many things out there that you can accomplish, and reach for your goals. That's what I can tell you. So thank you so much for all your leadership, for being here at every board meeting, and for being the leaders that you are in your schools. So thank you so much. And I do have a resolution appreciation for Ms. Aranza. I did already provide one to Ms. Emily, Ms. Lily, and Ms. Samantha. So I just want to give an example of the board, the resolution appreciation that we presented to the students. And this one will be for Ms. Aranza Delgado for Vail High School. So on behalf of Montebello Unified School District, it's my honor to present to you the Board of Education Resolution Appreciation. Whereas Ms. Aranza Delgado first took office as the Vail High School student representative to the Board of Education on December 1st, 2021. And whereas Ms. Delgado has attended meetings of the governing board since that date, and whereas her counsel and suggestions to the members of the Board of Education have been valued highly, and whereas throughout her term of representation, Ms. Delgado has displayed high interest in the education and welfare of her fellow students. Now be it therefore resolved that the Board of Education of Montebello Unified School District officially expresses the appreciation and gratitude of all members of the Board of Education and the administration for their service. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education hereby convey to Ms. Delgado its sincere wishes for her continued success and happiness in the years ahead, and that a copy of this resolution is presented to her. So congratulations to all our student board members. It was my honor to present to you this resolution appreciation. And then Sandy, I will present it to you tomorrow in person. Aranza, and I'll present it to you on Friday. So thank you so much, everyone. I wish you continued success and happiness for all your years ahead. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I see Ms. Delgado. Go ahead.
I want to say a quick thank you. I'm like really shaking right now. I did not expect this, but thank you for all the opportunities like I have been given from you guys and everyone. And I don't know, I'm just so excited. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And also what Board Member Magana said, yes, come back. Serve on the Montebello School Board if you have that passion. Represent your community, represent your students. We need young leaders and we need your voices. So I see great leaders within you. So come back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and that is it for our student board members. If no one else has any questions or comments.
President Uribe, if I may, I'm sorry, President Gutierrez, I apologize. Before we move forward, just for the record, Vice President Alejandro Ramirez did log in as of 6:14 p.m.
Okay, perfect. And I do see a hand up from Brian Chun. Can someone confirm who that is?
I'm Brian.
He's a student from Montebello. I'm sorry, Montebello High School.
Oh, okay. Is that for your member reports? Or
No, I just wanted to appreciate gratitude to all the students that are presenting about their own schools and their activities. And I want to say that you can really hear the passion and the care they put behind it all. And even though I might not know a lot of you, except the one from my own school, hi, Lily. I just really want to tell you guys that you guys sound like you're going to do amazing things in the future. And I really hope that you guys enjoy what comes next. And I know that you guys are very capable people. And thank you. It was really a joy to listen to all of your presentations.
Now I know who Brian is. Brian, yes, you had an amazing speech at the Montebello High School, and I hear great things about you, and I hear great things that are in your future. I know that we're going to talk about you in a little bit, but thank you so much, Brian, for being here and for your kind words to your fellow classmates. Thank you, Brian. All right, thank you. So next we'll go ahead and go to item number 4, recognition, employee recognition. And I would like to call on Ms. Hakopian.
Good evening, Board President Gutierrez, esteemed board members, Superintendent Dr. Skavarna, MUSD leadership, and community participants. It is my pleasure tonight to present to you the recipients of the Employee Years of Service Awards for the 2022 school year. Dear recipient, this is a significant year for you as you celebrate an important service anniversary with the Montebello Unified School year. As you reach this with the Montebello Unified School District, as you reach this milestone in your career, it is with great pride that we recognize your service to our students, families, and community. This award reflects our appreciation for your dedicated years of service and your personal and professional achievements. Our employees are and always will be our greatest asset. Please know that you are an important member of our team, and your contributions and service will be an important part of our continued success. Thank you for all that you do, and please accept our good wishes on the anniversary of your employment with the Montebello Unified School District. Mr. Chen, if you could please play our video recognizing our recipients. "40 years of service," or 35 years of service. Many people with 35 years of service. For 30 years of service. For 25 years of service. For 20 years of service. many, many people with 20 years of service. For 15 years of service. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our recipients. Furthermore, it is my pleasure to now recognize our Montebello Unified School District retirees. While you will be missed by all of us at MUSD, you certainly deserve your retirement. Your hard work and diligence have greatly benefited our district and contributed to our collective success. Enjoy your retirement and keep in touch. I present the retirees for this school year. Mr. Chen, would you please play our video?
Wait, excuse me, could you repeat that?
I was asking Mr. Chen, our IT technician, to play our video.
Oh, I got a bit confused.
Just give me a second.
Thank you, Mr. Chen.
My apologies. I'm having a little technical difficulty right now. Just give me a second.
Thank you, Mr. Chen. No problem. There they are. So we present to you our retirees. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And finally, I'm extremely honored to present to you the recipients of the 2022 District Certificated and Classified Administrators of the Year for the Montebello Unified School Districts. We are constantly amazed by your service to our students, parents, and employees. Thank you for all your hard work and for consistently demonstrating excellence. You're an inspiration to us all. Mr. Chen, would you please just show our recipients, our two recipients? Thank you. For the District Certificated Administrator of the Year, Mr. Filiberto Arizmendi, congratulations. And for the District Classified Administrator of the Year, Ms. Elda Murillo, congratulations. Thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations to all of our recognized employees as well as our recipients. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hakopian. Do I have any colleagues that would like to say any comments about the employee recognitions?
Madam President?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, this is Board Member Magaya. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick today, but I just wanted to thank you all for your hard work, your dedication. You all have spent so much time here, some people more than I've been alive, and I can only imagine the wealth of knowledge that you all have. Thank you to all of you for choosing to dedicate your time and your passion with us and with our students. We greatly appreciate your hard work and your dedication, and to all the retirees, congratulations, and I wish you nothing but the best. So thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Magana. I'll go ahead. I see Clerk Cabrera, your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Board President. Just wanted to say gracias. I think that there are no words to really describe how thankful we all are as a community to have had you dedicate all of that time and energy and love and bringing high standards, your passion. Just, I mean, I can go on and on. So just, we're very lucky to have had you. If you're retiring, and have fun, please. That's what retirement is for. You've put in a lot of hard work. But those of you who are still, here with us, super excited to have you and continuing to work together. And actually, I was able to recognize some names there of people who have helped me in my own journey. So I'm just very grateful for all of you.
Thank you, Clerk Cabrera. Board Member Uribe?
Good evening, everyone. To all of our employees, first of all, for the years of service, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Similar to Board Clerk Cabrera, there's people that I see that were part of my educational experience, and just the amazing passion, the service that you give to the students. that genuine love that where you guys come from. It's just amazing. And we truly, truly do appreciate you. And we just hope that we have many, many more years with you, making our district shine bright. To all of our retirees, may God bless you. The field of education is such a sacrificing field, right? We give so much of ourselves, our energy and time, and it's just such a beautiful experience to see what we reap, the fruit of your labor. So I know that you will all get now time to enjoy that, to just take a break, or either to step into a different season of your life and just make an impact somewhere else. But we truly appreciate the fact that you have spent so many years with our district. May the Lord bless you tremendously, your families. And to our certificated and classified employee of the years, just thank you. Thank you for being those servant leaders. Thank you for just everything that you do. We know that you don't do it for recognition, and we get to celebrate you today, though. So we do want to recognize you, and we do want to say that we appreciate you, and we're very grateful for all that you do. Celebrate. This is your special moment, and may the Lord bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Uribe. As well, I just want to say congratulations and thank you so much to all our employees who have different years of service here in Montebello Unified School District, and for continuing giving back to our students and choosing Montebello Unified. To the retirees, please enjoy your time off. You deserve it, and have some fun, like Clerk Cabrera mentioned. And then congratulations to our 2022 Administrators of the Year. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication to our school district. And then I see Vice President Ramirez. Go ahead. Vice President Ramirez, go ahead. Vice President Ramirez, can you hear us? Or can you hear me? Not sure if you're having technical difficulty. You have your hand raised if you'd like to speak on the employee recognition. Okay, I see your mic is off. We'll give you a few moments. I know technical difficulties can always come and go.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go
So
ahead.
sorry, everybody.
No
My computer
worries.
wants to act up today. I just wanted to thank everybody for the many years that you've given our district. Some of you, when I was in school, had an impact on me, and I really appreciate the impact you've had on many children over the years. I hope you enjoy retirement, and I hope you can come back and continue to provide some wisdom to us as we continue to move forward with the district. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vice President Ramirez. Next, we'll go ahead and move on to item number 5, presentation of Revenue and Expense Committee report. I would like to call on Dr. Angel Gallardo.
President Gutierrez, the person that will be presented is President-elect Ms. Norma Velasco, and I think that she is connected right now. So I will be in a few minutes, so my apologies.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Gallardo. Hello, Ms. Velasco. Go ahead.
Good evening, Board President Gutierrez, board members, Superintendent Dr. Scarvana, Executive Cabinet, students, and community. My name is Norma Velasco Seves, and I am currently an administrator on special assignment and the Foster Youth and Homeless Program Liaison, who serves on the Montebello Unified School District Revenue and Expense Committee as an AMSA member. I would like to share that it has truly been encouraging to work alongside my colleagues from CSEA, MTA, and AMSA during this past school year. We have had our last meeting today And I want to just share with you a little bit about this past year. So during this school year, we have had ongoing and consistent reports, presentations, and conversations about budgets through Craig Lee, facilities and operations, updates and information from Dr. Bob Geiger, technology updates from Jonathan Chan, attendance and enrollment information from James Sams. Earlier today, we discussed two very important and promising items that will help and guide our work for the following school year. We, as a Revenue and Expense Committee, are recommending that we have the District Safety Committee join our next meeting on September 7th, 2022, to provide us with an update on such items that we all deem important and necessary, such as cameras throughout our schools and district office, improved systems of communication, security gates, and safety training throughout the school year. Also, we are very grateful to hear that the families of the Montebello Unified School District are responding to our enrollment efforts. Mr. Sams today shared the following information. As of June 2nd, 2022, we have 21,941 students enrolled in our schools, kinder through 12th grade. Although this year has not been a year for ADA recovery, our actual attendance rate as of June 1st is about 91 to 92%, which is great that we know that the majority of our students are coming to school every day. Enrollment efforts are paying off for the 22-23 school year. We are currently have about 532 new enrollees who are either pending school approval, approved, and are delivered to our Power School information system. Further, we have an additional 628 enrollments that are in progress. These are families who have started the enrollment application, but maybe are pending documents that need to be completed. Also, when we look at those two numbers and figures, we have about 1,160 potential new students as of today coming and starting to attend our schools in Montebello for the following school year. In addition, we as a district are supporting families with enrolling students and children in the Montebello community with efforts with two in-person enrollment support fairs. These two events are going to be held in June at Bell Gardens High School, but all families from all Montebello area are welcome to attend, where they will be receiving one-to-one support if necessary in enrolling their children online. The two dates are June 16th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and June 17th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I want to thank the board for your attention and continued support, and may you have a restful and peaceful evening. And if you have any questions, I can try and answer them at this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Velasco. Do we have any colleagues? Do you have any questions, comments? Go ahead, Board Member Uribe.
I have a question, Ms. Velasco. You mentioned that, I believe you said, I'm not sure, 1,000 and something. I'm not exactly sure what the number was, potential students. Are you referring to like students who are currently enrolled in like Head Start and programs like that?
So the number that we have right now is about 1,160 potential new students, and that ranges from our early education through 12th grade. The majority of our students right now that are being enrolled are at the elementary or early education level. I don't have a breakdown with me right now, but Mr. Sams, Dr. Garden, and we can provide that at a later time. So if the board wishes to see what the current breakdown is of enrollment by grade level and by school, we have that available.
Yes, please. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, I will make sure to follow up on that.
Okay, I hear no more questions. Thank you so much, Ms. Velasco, for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and move on to number 6, school service organizations discussion. Dr. Yuan, do we have any school service organization reports?
Hi, good evening. I did not receive anything via email, but I'll just call down the names. I do see one person here. So Miss Irma Avalos with Head Start Policy Council.
Yes, good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Interim Superintendent Dr. Scarvana, Executive Cabinet, and members of the audience. My name is Irma Avalos, and I am the Head Start Policy Council President. I have the following program updates and recently approved items to share from our recent 2022 Policy Council meetings. One exciting update is that the Office of Head Start has expanded its categorical eligibility to include families receiving Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP benefits. This change will allow families on SNAP to qualify for our Head Start and Early Head Start programs. The educational curriculum topic for May focused on kindergarten transition, and we received practical ideas on how we can help our children at home. We received the DRDP results from spring 2022 and compared them to the winter and fall 2021 results. The Bell Gardens community representative continues to share resources available to parents at no cost. The Family Services Manager provided an update on the Child Plus Enrollment portal that will enable parents to safely upload documents, important documents. We also received information for enrolling our children in kindergarten through the PowerSchool portal. We received an update on the renovations of our early Head Start classrooms, and we also received the list of the upcoming parent events and community resources. Two of our Policy Council parents attended the National Head Start Association conference, which took place in Baltimore, Maryland from May 1st to May 6th. And then we also approved the hiring of an executive assistant. We approved the the eligibility, recruitment, selection, enrollment, attendance. We approved the early Head Start carryover funds. We approved the submittal of the Head Start cost of living adjustment and quality improvement application. And finally, we approved the early Head Start non-federal share requirement waiver, as well as the Head Start non-federal share requirement waiver. As you are aware, the Head Start program is federally funded, and all grantees must contribute 20% of the total funds as non-federal match through in-kind contributions. The in-kind contributions include parent volunteer hours and other parent participation activities. This has definitely been a challenge due to COVID, as parents are not allowed to volunteer in the classrooms or participate in other in-person activities. It's important that we find collaborative ideas and strategies that will allow us to increase our in-kind hours in order to be compliant with the federal requirements. We will need to work together to ensure that we follow both federal guidelines and MUSD policies. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you. Our next regular PC meeting is scheduled for June 15th, 2022. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Avalos. Do I have any questions or comments for my colleagues? Okay, hearing none, thank you so much, Ms. Avalos, for being here.
All right, now just go down the list. Mr. Hector Hernandez, MCPTA. Miss Amanda Franco, PAC. And Miss Martha Cabral, DLAC. I don't see them here, and I did not receive any reports from them.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Yuan. We'll go ahead and move on. We'll go ahead and move on to item number 7, employee organizations. Dr. Yuan, do we have any employee organization reports?
I can share with you that MUSD POA and CSCA are not able to report, but I do see 2 other members here. So I'll start with Dr. Angel Gallardo for AMSA.
Perfect, thank you.
Good evening, Board President, Ms. Gutierrez, board members, Superintendent Dr. Scavarna, Executive Cabinet, and the MUSD family. AMSA would like to extend our congratulations to the class of 2022 for graduating. We are so happy to see our students reach this milestone moment in their lives. On behalf of AMSA, I would like to thank the superintendent, the school board for approving the salary adjustment in alignment with the other personnel units, We are so grateful for your support and consideration for everyone in our district. We look forward to continuing our partnership with MUS stakeholders in the 2022-23 academic year. On a personal note, and as a director of adult ed, I want to thank the board and the superintendent as well as cabinet for being so supportive of adult education. We were so delighted to have the first in-person graduation June 1st. We were the first graduating class, and we are very thankful to have Board President Gutierrez present, Board Clerk Ms. Cabrera, Board Member Ms. Marisol Madrigal Uribe. Very thankful for the presence and the support from Dr. Ewan and obviously Dr. Scavarna. Thank you for always considering adult learning a priority. I know that Dr. Scavarna has great ideas for adult education to progress. And on behalf of Adult Ed, thank you to all for always considering us. Have a good evening and have a great rest of the summer as we come to it.
Thank you, Dr. Gallardo. Any questions or comments from my colleagues? Okay.
All right, next we have Mr. David Navarre, MTA.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, graduates of Montebello Unified School District. We are days away from the end of yet another school year. This year has been one of the most challenging in education in recent history. I am glad I was able to attend at least one of the high school graduations last week, and I enjoyed hearing the student speakers. Although they acknowledged the tremendous hardships we have all faced collectively and they individually, what really stood out in their comments was their deep gratitude and appreciation to the people who have been there for them in their journey, their family, their friends, and the educators in their path. It was also heartening to hear their enthusiasm and their optimism. We have class size to be enthusiastic about. The district and the association bargaining teams have been working long and hard and reached agreement just yesterday regarding class size for the 2022-2023 school year. An MOU was signed and we, MTA, held an informal informational meeting today. Ballots will go out tomorrow to our members and are due next Wednesday. This class size MOU was important to us, and it was important that it be settled as early as possible to mitigate some of the challenges that we had this year in meeting our commitment to class size. Reaching agreement on this MOU goes a long way to giving our schools the time necessary to properly staff for next year. MUSD's Human Resource Department has already taken a proactive step by offering contracts to temporary contracts to our current temporary contract employees. We know it's a competitive market for teachers out there. With this MOU, we now know how many teachers we need, and more importantly, how many more we need to recruit. I appreciate the renewed commitment to lower class size that this district is making, that this administration and this board is making. I am optimistic that this district will be able to recruit educators and properly staff our schools so that our students receive the education they deserve. With these ratios, our educators will have greater opportunity to engage our students, know their strengths and their needs, and address them. This commitment to lower class size is a commitment to provide the educational opportunities our students need and deserve. Have a great end of school year and a great summer, everyone. Congratulations to all the graduates once again. Congratulations, Brian Shun. Have a great time at UCLA, and go Bruins, go Penguins, fellow Winter Gardens alum. Have a great evening, everyone. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Navarre. Do I have any comments or questions for my colleagues? Okay, hearing none. Thank you so much, Mr. Navarre.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes all of the employee organization reports.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and move on to item number 8, Los Angeles County Office of Education comments. I would like to call on Mr. Bill McGuire.
Members of the board and Interim Superintendent Scavarna and the executive team, I've been here with you for about 18 months. I want to comment on how well things are going, how much progress you've made, the leadership that the board is proving, and keeping it going into the future, right? I think you've done a good job filling the gaps and the issues that have been brought forward by Los Angeles County Office of Education over the last 18 months. I think great things are happening within the district. With that said, things can always get better. We always need to work to progress and get better, but overall, we just want to give you kudos and compliments for the great job that you've been doing since I've been with the district.
Thank you so much, Mr. McGuire. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for your great comments. I'll go ahead and move on to item number 9, public comment. Legal counsel, do we have any written public comments?
Good evening, President Gutierrez. Yes, we do have 4 written public comments. The first one is regarding the pool at Bell Gardens High School. To whom it may concern, it has almost been 2 months and we are still unable to practice because our pool is down. This saddens many people on the team, including me, because many of us feel passionate about the sport. However, we have an obstacle that prevents us from practicing consistently. We have not seen any progress done on fixing the pool either. For the past 2 months, we have had to stay in a classroom, patiently waiting for our pool to be back up. I am sending this email to inform whoever it reaches that we are lacking a pool. We are unable to practice because of this barrier unwillingly presented to us. Thank you for your time and understanding. Sincerely, Brysa Ayala. The second comment, the subject matter is regarding Bella Vista parent concerns. Hello, Board President Gutierrez and board members. I am a parent at Bella Vista Elementary School. My child is enrolled in the Mandarin Dual Immersion Program, and I am seeking your support to make this program successful. Having lost 2 of our DIA personnel last year, and the district only replacing 1 of them, really has hurt our program. I'm glad that our TOSA is finally going to come back next school year, but MUSD needs to give us the support we deserve for this new program. Every single year, we have to hire new teaching personnel to fulfill this program's requirements, and parents are constantly concerned about whether or not their child will start the new school year with a permanent teacher. The Mandarin program needs attention, and the hiring process needs to be prioritized early with backup solutions to our fulfillment issues. I am also writing to you regarding our front office security measures. We need an intercom and buzzer system at the front to assess any parents needing to be attended to. Our current system is not safe and not efficient. Our PA system has been non-functioning for at least 3 years, and parents are on the edge at this moment with how our school would react to a lockdown or emergency situation. Please address our front office security, communication system, and parent assessment, as it is not currently safe nor efficient. Thank you, Marlene Ramirez. The third comment is relating to Prop 39, KIP Poder. Good afternoon. My name is Gloria Cortez, and I would like to express how much KIP Poder has been an amazing academic year for my daughter, who is currently attending kindergarten. As a working parent, it allows me to drop off my daughter every day at school, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. That is a great help, especially as a working parent. Second of all, my daughter has learned social skills, learning how to read, identifying sight words, math skills, and overall learning different cultures. I am writing this email to advocate to the Montebello District that KIP Poder is an extremely excellent charter school. I will stand by KIP Poder 100% for their academics and teaching our students, the very best. My final thoughts, thank you for allowing KIP Poder in the Montebello community/district. Thank you again, Gloria Cortez, parent. And the fourth written comment is regarding support for KIP Poder June 8th meeting. Good morning. My name is Nicole and I work at KIP Poder. I am a Montebello resident, parent, and have worked in education for 14 years. KIP Poder is a school founded with families and staff from our Montebello community. I believe that charter public schools like KIP Poder are providers of a joyful and academically excellent education. As charters, We are held accountable to state and federal academic standards and believe deeply in culturally affirming rigorous curriculum. KIPP strives to meet the needs of all students, serves students with special needs, and sticks with our kids through high school and college. Poder invites traditional public schools and public charter school families to get to know us to find avenues for partnership so that we can best serve our Montebello community. Thank you for your time. With gratitude, Nicole. Nicole Gutierrez, Assistant Director of High School Placement and Transition. And that concludes the written public comments. Dr. Ewan, do we have any public comment coming in telephonically or in real time?
Yes, I do have 3 who called in ahead of time. So let me start with the first one, Martina Martinez Smith, calling about campus safety, bathrooms, and timely pay. All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Skavarna, Dr. Ewan, members of the Executive Cabinet, and the MUSD community. Hope that you and those you love are healthy and safe. Congratulations to the class of 2022 who graduated last week on June 1st. We are Spartan proud of your accomplishments. May the path you create always find health, happiness, and success. Always believe that we can make this world a better place. Thank you to the junior class, the class of 2023, and class advisor, Ms. Savella, for hosting Light the Night, Prom 2022 at the Wallace Annenberg building. What a beautiful memory you created for our students to have forever. With recent incidents in Uvalde, Texas, campus safety needs to be a priority. Teachers and students don't want to be locked in on campus. When I see gates with locks that I do not have keys, I worry about how I will get my students and myself off campus if, God forbid, we had an active shooter on campus. School should be a safe place for learning. We can never guarantee safety, but CSO presence on campus is a good start. Continued mental health support on campus would also help. Our students suffered during the pandemic and are still dealing with the ravages from COVID and quarantine. I am proud of our students for having the courage to come to school. It is so sad that COVID and mass shootings have taken a piece of their childhood. We can't restore our students' childhood, but we can help them create new happy memories and a brighter future. Our campus needs to be cleaned and repaired over summer, and I hope this occurs every summer for all our campuses. Our students deserve to attend a school that makes them proud. Maybe it's time to renovate the bathrooms at our school. I'm still concerned that there are lines for students to use the restroom. Recently, I was made aware of a locked student bathroom in C building at Schur. We can't open it because there aren't enough CSOs to supervise the area. Using the restroom is a necessity. Students have also asked for healthier lunch options with fresh fruit, salad, and soup. California is one of the largest producers of agriculture, and we can't get fresher luncher options for our students. Finally, I'm asking Bo and Dio to please implement pay schedule timelines so employees of the MUSD district of the Montebello Unified District can be compensated in a timely and consistent manner. Consider what being paid months, maybe years late would do to your own financial health. It is exciting to hear that certificated management, classified management, supervisory, and confidential salary schedules will be receiving a 6% increase to anniversary increments. That makes me hopeful for teachers who would like the same. Thank you for your time and good night.
All right, next we have George Muriel calling about school safety and federal grants. All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the board, Superintendent Mark Scavarna, members of District Cabinet, representatives and members of LACO, most important parents and members of the community. I am here today with the tragedy of Uvalde, with 19 children killed and 2 teachers, which is way too many for those of us that are educators and know the value of our children and know the value of teachers. I want to remind many of you that may still remember the federal grants that brought into MUSD, bringing over 20 million over the span of 8 years, paying for needed resources for our Montebello schools and staff that made us all more conscious of how to stay physically, but also mentally and emotionally safe. Paying for actual staff that provided countless hours and services and volunteer hours that resulted in more services for our community, youth, and students. The largest Explorer post that existed in our area at that time, the largest female cadet unit that gained national recognition, but inspired this pride in preparatory opportunities for police services and serving our community and nation's armed services. Our female cadet unit achieved many accolades, inspiring MUSD pride in their future and in themselves. Imagine the potential of serving others and their country. Active shooter trainings were a part of critical training, and especially for teachers in the classroom, looking at very difficult situations, but training teachers to act responsibly even under attack. Critical actions that respond to situations of the moment, making difficult decisions. Up-to-date surveillance equipment was another feature of these grants. Cameras with greater scope and monitoring capacity to detect movement, images, quicker response. We save greater lives. Officers Navarez and Gil Alatorre, impressively trained, incredibly trained, widely in so many areas, including cyberbullying and many other things that helped us to respond systemically as a district and as a community to issues of safety. I wanted to mention also that our school police have been leaders and partners in suicide prevention by invoking their police powers that assure students, families, resources that keep youth safe through assessment, observation, clinical services, and most important, therapeutic services. We have a responsibility to respond. To me, it is frightening to think that. Is that my time?
Yes, I'm sorry, 3 minutes are
Okay.
up. Thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, and finally, we have Christine Dimas calling to say thank you. All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, President Gutierrez, members of the Board of Education, Interim Superintendent Scavarna, Executive Cabinet, and the MUSD community. My name is Christine Chavez Dimas, and I am here tonight to congratulate the class of 2020. They did it. Our first graduates that came out of COVID, and I want to also thank the district for making their experience so positive. It's difficult and challenging at times, but I can see that we all got together to make sure that all of our students, including our graduates, had a great experience this year. I'd also during this school year, I have witnessed the MUSD Board of Education make some challenging decisions that not everybody agreed with. Agreeing or not agreeing with the Board of Education is okay. Wherever you stand on issues, I believe that I've witnessed a healthy response to the democratic process. Again, Whether we agree or not on what's been presented to the board, it just shows a healthy respect for our similarities and our differences. In a time in our nation's history where there is divisiveness and a climate of cancel culture, our beloved Montebello Unified School District has prevailed. But more, we are all learning to compromise, listen, and create an environment of high morale. But more importantly, we're slowly climbing out of the fiscal issues that have plagued the MUSC for years. Let's continue to keep our eye on the ball. We still have work to be done. So let's continue to show the MUSC community how much we love the students of the Montebello Unified School District. Again, congratulations to the class of 2022, and good night, everyone.
Thank you. And that concludes the called in. Let me check the hand raises. I do see 2 hands raised. First one is Sandra Gonzalez. Jonathan, can you please give this person the mic?
Good evening, President Gutierrez, and to the board, to the members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Scrivarna, and Executive Cabinet and MUSD community. My name is Sandra Gonzalez, and I have been a longtime member of this community. I'm here to talk to you about the Kip Poder co-location at Gascon Elementary School. I am in support of Kip Poder remaining at Gascon until their permanent site is opened. And while I understand that co-location is not ideal for everyone involved, the students at Kip Poder who are members of this community deserve to have temporary equal access under Prop 39. Please grant them this continued access to the site. Thank you for your consideration.
All right, next we have a Jorge Luis Alvarez.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jorge Luis Alvarez, and I'm the proud parent of Lucas Alvarez, who goes to Kip Poder. He's in kindergarten, and he's our first of 3 kids. We've been incredibly impressed with the school. I went to UCLA, and so I was a teacher's aide at UCLA myself. And I really love how they teach the children, how they empower the kids, how they challenge the kids, how if they're doing well, they still push them to keep going and keep going. And if they need a little help, they're right there holding their hands and also very so supportive of parents. I've been incredibly impressed. My wife has as well. And I couldn't be more happy with our experience so far. And I think it's very appropriate that this meeting is a day after our election, because charter schools are also about choice. And I think that just like in the election, you have a right to choose for any number of candidates, whether they're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or whatnot. This is another beautiful choice to have, and I couldn't be happier. And I hope that this choice, that is law, is continued to encourage, supported, and that we're continue to be treated as equal partners that have the same goal in mind, which is to nurture our children, to make them have a better life when we're gone, and to just have a wonderful environment for them to learn, to grow, and just be a productive citizens in our community. And I could not support Kip Poder more. Thank you.
Thank you. And then that concludes the hand raises in the audience, and I do not hear any live phone calls either.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yuan. Okay, seeing no more hands being raised, we'll go ahead and move on to item 10, agenda item discussion action items. Since items A and B were pulled, we'll go ahead and move on to 10C. We're going to consider item 10C, approval of governing board resolution, emergency resolution number 41, 2021-2022, public project pursuant to public contract code section 20113. I would like to call on Dr. Skavarna.
Thank you very much, Board President. Legal counsel, along with myself, worked to put this together for LA County Office of Education, because I firmly believe that what happened in Texas and how the districts would respond to this issue is an emergency for us. I believe that it's not important who we could say is responsible for this not being done or that not being done. Matter of fact, I think people are sick and tired of everyone saying, I'm not responsible, I'm not responsible. The truth of it is we're all responsible, I'm responsible, and this situation in this district needs to be fixed. It's an imperative. I would not come to you with an emergency resolution as just like a willy-nilly or something to be taken lightly. It requires consensus of this board. It requires 5-0 yes vote. And as you can see, it is a chance for us to go site by site this summer and increase the hardening of these sites to make them far safer and to involve the local police department. I met with the Montebello chief this week and various other agencies that we will get this done. So I'm strongly recommending to this board approval so we can get going on this. This thing is self-explanatory. If you read it, it'll tell you what we can do with it. And that's what we're going to do, and that's what we're planning on doing. I will debate this publicly if need be to convince anyone that this is time well spent and money well spent. We're well ahead of the other districts by doing this, and I want to be able to provide to this community, the teachers, the classified, and the parents, and especially the kids, increased safety, security, and awareness when we return to school next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Skavarna. And if you don't mind, I know that a lot of parents and teachers and community members have really addressed the importance of bringing in safety measures into our schools. So I just want to read part of the resolution where it says that we're going to go ahead and take measures necessary to purchase and install security replacement locks, installation of intercom systems, upgrading and installing fences, and securing all ingress and egress points. So I just want to let the community know that Dr. Skavarna took the initiative to get this going and be proactive for the safety of our students, our staff, and our teachers, because we put our safety at the forefront of all our decisions. So thank you so much, Dr. Skavarna, for bringing this emergency resolution, because it's really necessary for our safety of everyone. So thank you so much for being so proactive on that. And then I see
my pleasure, and it's something of a comment that I think people need to hear. There's not a board member on this board that when this happened was not saying, what are we doing? How can we improve this? This required this movement, and this is drastic, but it has to be done. I know how strong you folks feel. I feel the same way.
Yeah, so just letting the community know that we're being proactive and making sure that we do these changes. And I see Board Member Ribek, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I just want to acknowledge and just give my condolences to all of the Uvalde families and just nationwide. I want to just say sorry to our students and our staff that are experiencing this on a daily basis. It's truly tragic. It's heartbreaking as a mother to think that we send our children to school now worrying, will this be the last day that we see our child? Extra prayers and just having anxiety and mixed emotions. However, when this incident happened, one of many, the conversations, as Dr. Skavarna mentioned, were automatically, what are we going to do? This is not something that we can wait on. This is not a luxury for our students to be protected. Their lives are in our hands. And I feel extremely blessed and privileged to be in this position along with this board and our superintendent, our executive cabinet members that are taking that step to see how we're going to protect our students' lives. And it's truly unfortunate that we even have to have this conversation because they should be going to school to learn, right? Unfortunately, now we have to think of what will happen. And just hearing my own son's stories of having active shooter drills in elementary, and he's mentioning to me, we're hiding in case a fox comes, Mom. We have to be quiet. You know, we have to do this. And it breaks my heart. And having these conversations at a second grade level, it's just tragic. But, you know, there's multiple layers. I just want to emphasize that there's multiple layers. The root of the issue is mental health. We have to address the fact that this pandemic has only exacerbated mental health issues, and having access to those resources is not a luxury. Dr. Garland, I know, is working extremely hard to increase our marriage and family therapists from 10 that we currently have to 20. And so hopefully we'll see that for the next board meeting. Also just investing in different programs or community day schools, right? Bringing in those resources because that is the root of the issue, but there's multiple layers to this. And also, as Dr. Scavano mentioned, having these thorough safety assessments. We're not going to wait for a tragedy to happen. And there's only so much that we can control, but what we can control, we're doing every single bit of it, the work, the energy, the time. We are not going to neglect or in any way take any of this lightly. So I do want to emphasize that because this is something that our community, our parents, or caregivers are currently dealing with. And so, you know, I just want to rest assured that we are doing everything possible that we can in our control to truly, truly protect our students and our staff. And so I just want to give you guys that peace of mind. So thank you to our team that's working very hard on this as well.
Before we move on to approve this item, I just want to say thank you so much to all our district, our cabinet, our superintendent, our teachers, our staff, who are going through this just as the community in Texas are going through, having the conversations about tragedies like this, about school shootings. So I just want to thank everyone. I know a lot of teachers, a lot of parents are grieving, even if they're not the ones in Texas. But I'm not a parent, but I can only assume that being a parent, you're grieving the loss of the students that were taken because of the school shooting, the teachers that were lost. So this is all a community thing that we need to continue to work together for the safety of our students, our staff, and our community members, and just build partnerships with our police departments and our nearby cities. So that way we have the safety meetings, so that way we're prepared for hopefully we never have to encounter a tragedy like this, but we can be proactive and we can be prepared. So my heart is with all the community members who are grieving with this insanely tragic moment. I know it's a really hard situation, but my heart goes out to everyone who is grieving by this moment. But with that, I would like to move to approve item 10C. Is there a second?
Second.
I heard Clerk Cabrera. Is that okay, Vice President Ramirez?
Okay.
Okay, roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Next, do we have any items to be pulled from the consent agenda for further discussion and or action? Okay, hearing none. Do I have a motion and a second for approval of the consent agenda as presented?
Motion.
I heard two at the same time. Can we redo it? Is there a motion? No, what?
Motion.
Okay, I heard Board Member Magaña. Is there a second?
Second.
Perfect. Thank you. Roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Okay, next is item number 13, proposed revisions of board policy 6173, education for homeless children and administrative regulation 6173, education for homeless children, first reading. And I would like to call on Dr. Garland.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Superintendent Scarvana, my fellow cabinet members, and our community. This is the first reading of the proposed revisions of board policy 6173, education for homeless children, and administrative regulation 6173, education for homeless children. This item will be brought back at the next regular board meeting for formal adoption by the Board of Education.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garland. Is there a motion and a second to approve the first reading of proposed revisions of board policy and administrative regulation 6173?
So moved.
Second.
Perfect. A roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. At this time, we're going to move on to item 14, Board of Education member and superintendent of school reports. I would like to start off with Vice President Ramirez.
Thank you so much. As we get closer to the end, a few more days left. I spent the day reflecting today on such a tough year and thinking about all our students and teachers at the district, how much we've had to overcome and have to continue to work towards. As a math teacher, I think it's been very difficult to support students in filling in gaps. And as much as my students have worked very hard, it's so difficult to get students to a place where we're back to normal. And I just want to, again, share my appreciation for our families, our parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, everybody who's taking care of our children. Shout out to the students themselves. They've been working very hard, and our staff and our teachers. I think I've been teaching 5 years now, and this has definitely been one of the hardest, other than my first year, because nobody ever forgets their first year. But as I come to the end, I'm just really appreciative of everybody's hard work, and I know there's still much more work to do, and I can't wait to continue to be part of the district moving forward and providing the best possible education we can for our students. Stay cool, drink lots of water, stay safe, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you, Vice President Ramirez. Up next, Board Member Uribe.
Good evening, everyone. So, Mr. Chen or Dr. Garland, I have two pictures that I want to present, and I have two amazing students that I would like to recognize this evening. I will begin with Aurora Perez. Is she here?
Yes.
Hi, Aurora. Do we have Dr. Garland, her picture? Yes, there you are. Congratulations. So Aurora Perez has been accepted to New York University as a psychology major. She was involved in orchestra, CSF, National Honor Society, drill team, and she's an AP scholar. She has earned, this is just amazing, her AA from East Los Angeles Community College via our dual enrollment program. Aurora also provided service to the YMCA and the Pico Rivera Teen Club. She's an amazing student that is involved in everything that Montebello High School promotes. She's incredibly caring and is always willing to support her fellow Oilers. So if you all will help me just congratulate her on her amazing accomplishments, I just want to give you this platform to also share a few words. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. So yesterday I got my AA degree, so that was very amazing. To start, thank you Board of Education and everyone here for having me. It's been a wild journey these past 2 years. She's not here today, sadly, but my friend Hannah, who actually convinced me to take college classes 2 years ago, right before the pandemic hit, I'd like to thank her. I would not be here without her today, without, degrees. But yesterday it was greetings from grads. Montebello High School did their first annual greetings from grads, and we went to 12 feeder schools, all elementary school and middle schools in MUSD. And looking back and seeing all these kids just looking at me in my my ELAC cap and gown and all my regalia. It was a surreal experience to see how much I grew up, because I never thought I would be here in a million years. I'd like to thank Miss Brenzal, Montebello High School's college counselor, for always cheering for me and helping me get through this and motivating me, even though sometimes I really didn't want to do my classes. But just thank you to Montebello for everything, and I hope to do good things.
Congratulations. I also want to ask if any of the board members would like to comment. I would love just to give you time to also comment on Aurora's amazing accomplishment.
Aurora, I just want to say congratulations. Getting your AA in high school is such a great accomplishment. And now you're going to New York University as a junior standing. That is amazing. So congratulations on that great achievement. I just want to ask for the community, for them to know, how many college classes did you have to take in high school to get your AA?
As of right now, I think I took 13 college classes and 2 AP classes were counted.
Wow. So did you start from freshman year?
No, I actually started spring semester my sophomore year, spring 2020.
Wow, that's amazing. So that's great work. Thank you so much, Aurora, for sharing your story, sharing this wonderful news to us. Thank you so much, and great accomplishment. Best of luck at New York University. I know you're going to be amazing.
Thank you.
If I may, Aurora, talk about going above and beyond. So amazing, great example, and just showing how amazing MUSD students are. So muchísimas felicidades. I hope you're ready for the cold. I don't know if you've ever experienced it. It will be a shocker. You will have to buy real, not UGG boots, real boots for the snow, a real coat, know how to layer. So that will be a lot of fun, a lot of learning, even in just that, but enjoy it to the fullest, and just congrats again.
Muchísimas gracias.
Wow, Aurora, thank you so much. When I heard about your amazing accomplishment, I just wanted to give this time to you for you to shine bright. I know that your family and your friends, and you're mentioning your friend, which I think it's beautiful that you're giving that recognition to those who've helped us, who've motivated you, who encouraged you to, to go down a certain path that you weren't even, thinking of. So, the fact that you were able to accomplish this is genuinely amazing. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. So embrace this moment, embrace, what your future has in store for you. You truly are a leader. And, I just want you to know that truly, truly, you can accomplish anything with sacrifice and perseverance and, just truly dedicating, but you will soon reap the fruit of your labor. You're already doing it, and we're extremely proud of you. So thank you for joining us this evening. God bless you. And I'm so excited as you go off to New York University. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As a first generation Latina woman in my family and just in my community, I'm very happy to represent us when I leave. So thank you very much.
God bless you, Aurora. Have a good evening.
You as well.
And now we have another amazing student that I would love to recognize, Brian Chun. Brian, where are you? There you are. So Brian will be attending UCLA to study medical engineering. He has been involved in school site council, Key Club, Interact Club, Save Our Planet, CSF, NHS, AVID, student for LA, track and field, and cross country. He applied and he earned $54,200 in scholarships this year. That's amazing. $54,200. He is respected by all of his peers, and he is as genuine as a person can be. And I witnessed this myself. So Brian, congratulations. I want to give you this time for us to recognize your amazing accomplishments.
Thank you very much. And I just want to say that I can't do it alone, because I really want to recognize my family, my mom and my dad and my brother. They've been amazing. people who have inspired me to be who I am today. And I know somewhere in this meeting, I think Miguel Escobar is also here. He has been an amazing teacher for me. And I want to thank Brenza as well, as Aurora did, because she truly has been such a supporting figure for me. And I just want to say that throughout my life, I've been doing things out of passion and being genuine. And it's only until now that I kind of realized that it's something that people really admire. And I just did it because I felt it was the right thing to do. And I just want to tell you thank you. And it's kind of a shock to receive this, but thank you very much.
And I would love to ask the board if they want to also congratulate Brian's amazing accomplishments.
Yes, Brian, I want to congratulate you on your amazing accomplishments, but I also want to address the amazing speech that you gave at the graduation. You had everyone laughing, getting teary-eyed. You had everyone feeling what you were saying. It was a wonderful speech. You had everyone engaged in your speech. So I just want to say congratulations. Continue being who you are, because that person in you is amazing, is genuine. It has so much charisma. So continue being who you are, continue working for your goals, and congratulations for all your achievements. I know you're going to get so far in life, but never forget this moment. Never forget your siblings, how you mentioned them in your speech, and always be proud of who you are. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you very much.
And Brian, oh, yes, we do have Ms. Cabrera, sorry.
Sorry, I raised my hand and like immediately started talking. I didn't give any wait time. But no, just quickly, I think just to add on, Brian, I'm sorry, first of all, that I missed your speech, but just want to tell you that based on what everyone's saying about it, that's a true gift, really engaging people as you're speaking is actually something that a lot of us have to work on. It doesn't necessarily come naturally, and the fact that it's something natural to you, just want to point out it's telling you something. Maybe you need to do something where you continue to share your story and spaces with a lot of people. So felicidades. I hope everything goes well in UCLA, and you're going to be close, so you should definitely come visit us once in a while.
Thank you very, very much. And also, I just want to say hi, Sawal.
And Brian, I just want to tell you, I had the privilege of meeting you and sitting next to you that day. And I truly feel that God placed you there. Your story, the passion that you have this amazing heart. You're just filled with kindness and love. And you truly inspired me that day. Your words were so impactful. I remember you mentioned to me that you were a little nervous before you were about to speak, and then you went up there and you were like, wow, I was just amazed. And so you encouraged me that evening, and I want you to know that I'm proud of you as far as your academics. I'm proud of all that you will accomplish, but something that you can't learn in school is having love for one another and being compassionate and being humble and empathetic. And that's everything that you have. And that's not something that anybody can teach you. That's just something that God has blessed you with. So please, don't ever lose that, and continue to be that role model to many others, because you truly, truly have impacted me as a mother, as a board member, as a community member. And so I thank you for sharing your story. And I know that you're very busy, so I appreciate you taking time so we can celebrate you today, Brian. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much. And I want to thank you as well for making my graduation such a memorable experience. And you really cheered me up during that time. Thank you very much.
And I took that picture of you, remember?
Yeah, this is a picture. You took it.
Yes, I remember that. Well, God bless you, Brian. Come back and visit us. I'm so happy that you're here visiting us.
Thank you very, very much. And I'll consider what you said at the graduation.
Thank you, Brian. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I have one last comment to add to my board member comment. So I would ask, I respectfully ask our superintendent, our board, this whole virtual meetings, I have personally had enough. I would love to come back in person, be able to, celebrate our students, see our stakeholders. We are currently 1 week away from safely concluding our first academic school year back from a global pandemic. Since August 2021, we've had parents, including myself, dropping off their children, picking them up from school safely. We've had our certificated or classified employees return safely. And then thankfully this past week, we were able to attend graduation safely. So I do hope that this would be our last virtual board meeting or just one of our last board meetings. But I would respectfully ask that, as I would just love to be back in person and view our students and our constituents. So this concludes my board member comment. Have a blessed evening, everyone.
Thank you so much, Board Member Uribe, for your amazing comment tonight of addressing Montebello High School Oilers. I just wanted to comment on in-person meetings. I know that Dr. Scavarna has been working very diligently so that way we can come back in person around July. Correct, Dr. Scavarna? If you can correct me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
You-
So
you are
we're
correct.
yeah. So we're aiming to come back in person around July. So we'll keep the board and the district and the community up to date with that. But thank you so much. We'll move on to Clerk Cabrera for your board member reports. Sorry, Clerk Cabrera. Sorry.
It's okay. Buenas noches, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well, taking care of themselves and drinking a lot of water, as Vice President Ramirez would say. And by the way, on your comment, definitely you never forget your first year of teaching. I still vividly remember that first year. So just felicidades to all the graduates. I know that I was able to say that to the two students we had here, also the ones that were able to join us, the presidents from the board members from each of the schools. But, as I was thinking about what to share or like how to think about these students that I was able to interact with, some words came to mind, so I'm going to share those. When I think about the graduates, I think about possibility. I think about hope, growth, creativity, humor, a lot of it, which was great, resiliency, and ganas, just those ganas that they have. And I just want to encourage, if any students are hearing this, which I hope that some of them do join these meetings, sigan echando ganas, and it's really going to get you far. I know that things will get tough. I mean, what can I say to students that have lived through a pandemic and graduated through it? But, just keep pushing. And I just can't wait to hear stories of where you end up and what you end up doing. Lo mismo que siempre hago todos los años, felicitar a los papás, porque yo recuerdo lo importante y lo instrumental que fueron mis padres para que yo llegara a cumplir hasta el día de hoy todo lo que yo he hecho. Y sé que ustedes han sido así para sus hijos. Así es de que esta celebración, estas graduaciones, todo lo que estamos celebrando para los estudiantes, también se lo celebramos a ustedes y ustedes lo deberían de celebrar porque ya sé que les costó mucho. Así es de que muchas felicidades. And just to briefly try to summarize that, congrats to the parents. I know that the students are the ones that definitely need to be celebrated, the ones that are, doing great things, but that's all thanks to you. So thanks for all your hard work. Thanks for working with us. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your children's lives, your most precious treasures. And with that, I just want to say buenas noches a todos.
Thank you. Up next, Board Member Magaña.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by thanking everyone for joining us today. I also wanted to send out my thoughts and prayers for all the parents and family of the students who were lost in Uvalde, Texas. I know that we're all really sorry for that loss, and it is something that is quite difficult and challenging to overcome. And I know that our district, as Dr. Scavarna put together this emergency resolution to address some of our security issues, we are really taking all of this very seriously, and we're working diligently to ensure the safety of all of our students, our staff, everyone in our district. On another note, I had the opportunity to attend now at least 3 of our high school graduations so far. They were all very amazing. It was an awesome opportunity to really get to see all of our students and the hard work that we put in to come to fruition. So congratulations not only to the students and their families, but to all the staff that pushes all of our students forward. What else? Yesterday, President Gutierrez and I had the opportunity to sit with Secretary of Health and Human Resources Becerra from the White House to have a discussion about social media and the mental health issues or the mental health impacts that it has on our students, on our youth. And there were some very positive discussions, and we did hear from our students. We did learn a lot. So I look forward to continue working in that capacity. Other than that, just thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great evening.
Thank you. And then for my board reports, I just want to congratulate all the achievements for all our class of 2022, from Montebello, from Sure, from Bell Gardens, from ATC, and from Vail High School. I know that there's a lot of great achievements that were accomplished for students, whether they're going to a 4-year college, a 2-year college, going straight into the workforce, joining the military. I know there was a lot of great accomplishments that we have seen and heard from our students. So I just want to congratulate all of our students of class of 2022. I also want to congratulate and thank everyone who made that happen, who made all those students walk that stage, for all your efforts and just inspiring students, educating them, helping them graduate and get to that point where now they're going to look back and thank you for everything that you have done, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a school counselor, whether you are a psychologist, whether you're a staff member on campus, and you just made that positive impact in your life. I want to take that moment to thank you and congratulate you, because this is your moment too. You made it happen for our class of 2022. So during a pandemic, during virtual learning, during in-person learning and learning new things, I just want to thank everyone who made that happen. I also want to thank our principals and everyone that took part of organizing the graduations, selecting the keynote speakers. It was a beautiful, so far, I attended all graduations at ELAC, at ATC for all our adult community schools, and today at ATC for adult transition schools. Every ceremony has been very beautiful, representing and showing the accomplishments of our class of 2022. So thank you so much for all the principals and staff who put that together, because all ceremonies were beautiful. So thank you for that. I also want to echo what Board Member Magaña said. It was a great honor to have a conversation with our U.S. Secretary, Javier Becerra. We also had Representatives Jimmy Gomez and Tony Cardenas joining us for a panel talking with our students. We also had LA County Superintendent, Dr. Gerardo, and also mental health experts. So we had conversations with our students about positive and negative impacts that social media can have. A lot of students mentioned that social media is something that connects them to family, from families that are from Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador. So that's a positive way how social media has an impact, because they can connect and communicate with their families. Negative impacts is the addiction that social media can have. Just simply by sitting in a dining table and having your parents or your family members and realizing that you have your phone in front of you. So talking about those different things, talking about how sometimes students look on social media and compare themselves to the ideal, or what social media portrays an ideal figure. So we talked about that and how that impacts mental health, and just want to continue this conversation to help and support our students dealing with social media, the positive and the negatives. We also had conversation with parents, and they got to share their concerns and things that we can do to help support. And also, lastly, I just want to congratulate class of 2022 again for their great accomplishments. And thank everyone from staff, cabinet, from district office, and school officials, teachers, school counselors, everyone that makes an impact to our students. This school year went super fast, and I'm looking forward to the next school year. And I look forward to our coming up graduations tomorrow on Friday at ATC for Vale and ATC High School. And then our promotions of our little ones, so I'm looking forward to that. And I would just like to ask my colleagues if we can adjourn this meeting in loving memory of our Bella Vista Dragon that we lost too soon, Amaya Rose Villanueva, if we can adjourn in her memory. And lastly, I would like to turn it over to Dr. Scavarno for your reports. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Board President. Class of 2022, every student that's in this district, from the kindergartners to the graduating seniors, have dealt with significant amount of adversity, not just this year, but the prior year. And it's been very, very difficult. I want to thank the parents for trusting us with their students. We're going to do a better job next year. I couldn't be happier with the unanimous support from the board on the class size issues with our teachers. It's going to make a gigantic difference. Our commitment that we've made to our classified unions with helping with additional CSOs, we're doing more and more every day with trying to get more help for our classified folks, and I appreciate their can-do attitude. I believe I appreciate the can-do attitude of the teachers also and the management team. One thing that I've learned as I get a little bit older is that adversity, as difficult as it is when you're going through it, actually becomes a good friend. And people will come to see that all that we've dealt with here in the last 24 months, if not longer, will become significant learning experiences, and we will come out of this far stronger. What I see in this district that I didn't see when I first walked in here is a pride that's becoming restored. And it's going to become infectious little by little by little by little. The differences and the difficulties, the bumps, the speed bumps in the road, so to speak, have been difficult and many in many different arenas. The board's commitment to this and the ability to work together well and professionally
Dr. Scavarno, sorry, was that the end of your report? I think we lost.
Yes, ma'am. That's the
Okay,
end.
perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your reports. At this time, I'd like to have a motion and a second to recess into closed session.
Motion.
Perfect. Thank you. Roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. We'll go ahead into recess into closed session. Okay, I would like to reconvene this meeting at 8:21 p.m. I would like to see who's present. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Present.
Board Member Magaña.
Here.
Board Member Uribe.
Present.
And I'm present as well. Legal counsel, can you please provide a closed session report out?
Yes, thank you, President Gutierrez. We convened into closed session at 8:09 p.m. with closed session discussions commencing at 8:11 p.m. Present initially were President Gutierrez, Vice President Ramirez, Clerk Cabrera, Board Member Uribe, myself, Dr. Scavana, Dr. Ewan, Dr. Garland, Mr. Ellingson, Ms. Hakopian, and Mr. McGuire. At 8:12 p.m., Mr. McGuire and Executive Cabinet exited closed session discussions. As to item A in the closed session agenda, board members were provided with an update and a briefing. After providing a briefing and update, motion carried by a 4-1 vote, with President Gutierrez making the motion and Board Member Cabrera making the second. And the roll call vote was 4-1, with Board Member Magaña being absent in closed session. And by a 4-1 vote, motion carried to approve a settlement agreement between Edna Garcia and Montebello Unified School District. A copy of this agreement will be in Human Resources. Nothing further to report on this matter. And that concludes my report, and closed session discussions concluded at 8:19 p.m. this evening.
Thank you so much, legal counsel. It is now 8:23 p.m. Can I have a motion and a second to adjourn tonight's meeting in honor of Amaya Rose Villanueva?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Thank you so much, everyone. Our next scheduled meeting is for Wednesday, June 15 at 6 p.m. Have a great night.
Thank you very much. Good night.